What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Christian's Corner. So, there is a new documentary out on Netflix that came out Monday, and it is about the Menendez brothers. So, that's what my topic is going to be about today, the Menendez brothers. And there have been a lot of adaptations about them, there have been a lot of stories about them. One of the recent ones was by that man that created Glee. He did Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, which was heavily inaccurate. And the new documentary that just came out with that the brothers, the Eric and Lyle, they are heavily a part of. They're talking about everything. You have some people talking and everything, like the prosecutor Pam, whatever her last name is. Oh, I did not like her. Then you have some more people. Leslie was not a part of it, but she did send an email that was like, she wants to pass in the past. She worked hard for the boys. Blah, 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 blah. The judge has made their decision. The courts has made their decision. There's no amount of TikTokers, teenagers, this, that, and the third is going to get the courts to reverse the decision. Basically, she said the courts have made their decision. Basically, I'm just summing it right there. But let me go ahead and get into the whole thing. So, there is Monsters, the Lyle Eric Menendez story, and then there is the Menendez Brothers, featuring Lyle and Eric. Mind you, they're heavily involved in this one, which they should have been heavily involved in Monsters, the Lyle Eric Menendez story created by the man that did American Horror Story. My thing is, if you're going to tell something, if you're going to do something, you're going to tell a story about these people, then you should tell the whole story and nothing but the story. But then when you do like a little deep dive and you try to get every perspective, you kind of see where that man was going. In Monsters, he basically tried to give different perspectives. Like the first two episodes, I can say that was the public's perception of them. Like everybody in the public, they said that they only their parents for money, which that was not true. And everything. That's why they pop their parents. But then in other parts, you kind of saw something totally different. Like it was their parents' perspective of them or something. I don't know. First of all, that man, if you're gonna do something and you're going to do a series on these people, what he should have done is go to that prison, talk with Eric and Lyle, and be like, hey, look, I'm creating this story on Netflix. I don't know, have y'all seen it? Seen the first season, which was Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. And season 2 is going to be about you all. So can I pick your brain for this, that, and third? Your stories. So I want to make sure that this story is accurate. That's what I would have done. If I was creating something like that, I would have went to the prison, talk to Eric and Lyle. That's what I would have done. But everybody don't think like me. But he did get some things right, especially like the shopping. They did spend a boatload of money on expensive things, watches, cars, clothes. They did a lot of that. So he did get that right. Yeah, you got that right. But in the Menendez Brothers documentary that just came out Monday, what that showed me was, when I watched it, what it showed me was that many of these people who were covering that story when it was back in the 90s, many people that was covering the story, many people that was on the jury, on everything, well, not the jury, but many people like journalists and everything, many people like them, they were just looking for a good payday. Just like Pam Bosnick, whatever, Bosnick, whatever. She's a boss. People like her. What I picked up from her in that documentary, she was not upset that the boys are in prison. She was upset because she was not the one to throw them in prison. She was the one. She was upset because she wasn't the one to throw them in prison. Then they talked about how the first trial went. Then they talked about how the second trial went. A whole new round of jurors. They wasn't allowed to look at the evidence from the first trial. So the whole sexual assault part that they told in the first trial was not told in the second trial. That's where I got mad at, because I was like, why wouldn't you allow them to tell the second round of jurors about the sexual assault that they endured from their father? Why wouldn't you do that? That's the thing. They didn't allow the family and the friends who testified for them in the first trial to come back for the second trial. I didn't like that, because first of all, nobody's excusing what they did. Am I excusing what they did? No. They were wrong. Okay, we get that. But you have to look at the bigger picture. If they weren't going to kill the parents were going to kill them. They did it as an act of self-defense. Could it have been done better? I mean, I wouldn't say kill them. I'd probably say injure them. That way they wouldn't be able to walk or talk for a while. Matter of fact, shoot it off. If you know what it is, good job. Shoot it off. And then he can do. Well, I don't know, because you know that man right there. But in the deeper part of that story, of the whole Menendez family, Jose and Kitty were abused. And that's where it ticks me off right there. Jose and Kitty were abused. You mean to tell me that you were abused and you decided to pass that generational trauma onto your own children? You decided to abuse your children. You know how it felt to be abused. You know how it felt. But then you decided to put that pain on your children as well? I don't understand that. What type of parent would sit up there and do that to their child? What type of parent would sit up there and do the same thing to their child that happened to them? Somebody explained that. It was when I found that out, I was like, okay, so you were abused. Okay. Then you decide to abuse your children. Okay. You were abused. And then you decided, okay, you had children. Then when Lyle turned 6 years old, something in your brain clicked for you to start sexually assaulting your 6-year-old child. Then when Eric was born and he got to be 6 years old, you decided to do the same thing to him. Really? Okay. Like, come on now. Seriously. And then it's people on TikTok and people on other social media platforms who are sitting up here acting like what Jose and Kitty did were okay. That's not okay. You don't sit up here and have children and then abuse those children if you say you love your children. You would have to be a demented person to sit up here and do that to your child. And that's what they were. And the fact that she knew, that ticks me off again. You knew about everything. You knew he was cheating on you. Okay? She left suicide notes for the kids. You knew that they essentially use lemon juice to get the taste of their father's sperm. Ew. Taste of their father's sperm out their mouth. But instead of that, you just, okay, I'm going to just stock up on lemon juice. Seriously. You knew what he was doing. You didn't try to stop it. And then everybody loves to say, well, why didn't Eric and Lyle tell the police? Why didn't Eric and Lyle do this? Why didn't Eric and Lyle do that? First of all, they have always said their father was a powerful man. Don't you think he got ways to get people, or paying people off? Okay, just say they went to the police. Okay. The police go to their house. All the father guys say, oh, we didn't do it. I didn't do it. Pay them or something. They're like, okay. Then you're saying, why didn't Eric and Lyle run away? Where are they going to run to, sweetheart? Their father was a powerful man. He was going to have people somewhere looking for them. He was going to have people out there looking for them. He was going to have people out there looking for them heavily. They don't care if they move to another country. They said they moved to Canada. He was going to have somebody up there in Canada looking for them. If they moved to England, he was going to have somebody in England looking for them. Russia, Australia, Africa. He was going to have people looking for them everywhere. That's the kind of person he was. Then these people will sit up here and say, oh, well, they were just in it for the money. They just killed their parents for the money. They did not kill their parents for the money. The money wasn't even a factor. I mean, yeah, they went on a shopping spree like no wonder after everything was over. But do you know what they had to endure before all of that? And then in the documentary, Lyle said that he had many restless nights where he would cry himself to sleep. And memories of that night kept playing over and over his head. Or was that Lyle? Lyle had the memories of that night. No, Eric had the memories of that night. Lyle was crying himself to sleep. Yeah, I saw that in the documentary. You know me, I saw it in the documentary. This is a case I've always been fascinated by this case. And not fascinated like that, but we had forensic science my 10th grade year or 11th grade year, one of them. And we had a project or we had to do something. And so I was like, well, let me look up about the Menendez brothers. And I just started reading. I was like, okay, I need to read up on this some more. I was like captivated. Like I want to know more about why they did it. What are the events that led up to them doing that? Why? That's all. All my questions began with why, because I want to know why. Like, why would you kill your parents? When I find that, I was like, I said, you know what? Some people do not deserve children. And then we get over to the documentary with Pamela Bosnick, or whatever. Or Boshnick. Pam B. She was going on and on about how the brothers, they're not innocent. These TikTok people, they're starting to move, talking about free the Menendez. I was like, baby, who is Menendez? Babe, who is Menendez? Because I want to... Because we should, like, people on TikTok doing this movement talk about freedom Menendez. I was like, Pam, who is Menendez? Anybody know who Menendez is? Pam, who is the Menendez? Because I know them as the Menendez Brothers. But if you're trying to say the plural version, girl, they ain't even the plural version. You just made that thing up. Menendez. Please. That sounds like a brand. I'm sorry. But they do sound like a brand. Like, that could be a clothing brand or something. Oh, I'm wearing Menendez. Yeah, Menendez fashion. You see, I got these shoes. They're Menendez. You see this? See this shirt? It's Menendez. You see these pants? Menendez. Get rid of with me using only Menendez products. Like, that could be a brand. I'm sorry, but the way she said it like Freedom Menendez. I'm like, honey, who is Menendez? Please just say the Menendez brothers. And first of all, she was like, everybody on TikTok want to free the Menendez because they think that they're innocent. No, honey. We don't think that they're innocent. We know they're guilty. But we do know that they were wronged in that second trial. We know that. We know they were wrong in that second trial. Because how could you not sit up here and let the second round of jurors know about the sexual assault evidence that went on in the first trial? And how could you not allow them to sit up here and have their friends and family testify for them again in the second trial? We know they're not innocent. We know they did it. But we also know that they were wronged in the second trial. Pam, you just mad because you didn't You're not mad that they're locked up. You're not mad that the Menendez are locked up. You're just mad because you was not the one to put them in behind bars. We're mad that they were separated. What are you separating them for? We know they drew a plan to escape back in County. We know that. What prisoner don't draw up plans to escape? Please tell me what prisoner don't. I mean, some prisoners don't do that, but we all know some prisoners they do that or they think that. We all know. And then it's what she said coming out to the end. She was like, "And to all you TikTok people, I'm armed." I'm like, okay, you armed? Armed with what? A bat, a BB gun, a taser. So we have guns all around the house. So if you think about coming at me, I'm like, girl, nobody's gonna waste time and gas to come find you. Gas is high. You're not that important. We just don't want to come find you. We really don't care about you. She was like, the only reason why we're doing this documentary is because social media has started this campaign of freedom Menendez. I'm like, okay. First of all, it's Freedom Menendez Brothers. Second of all, please look up on why we want the Menendez Brothers free. Third of all, stop saying Menendez because it's not plural for Menendez or Menendez Brothers. Fourth of all, Menendez sounds like a brand. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it does sound like a brand when you actually think about it. Like Menendez. Like it's some type, like it could be like a beauty brand or a clothing brand or both. Like, okay, this is the Menendez blush, or this is the Menendez lip gloss, or this is the Menendez shirt. Get ready with me to get ready with me, only using Menendez products. Okay. And my thing is, there have been many adaptations about the Menendez brothers. There have been many inaccurate adaptations about the Menendez brothers. The only good adaptation about them was the Law and Order, Law and Order True Crime one. That's the only good one. The only good one. Because that's the only one people, they talk about. They say that that's good and that's accurate. The thing that the creator from Glee, what he did, it wasn't accurate. Some parts weren't accurate. And everybody's like, well, it's not supposed to be accurate. It's not a documentary. Okay, but these are real people who are very much alive. You mean to tell me he could not go to the jail and talk to them? But then he had the audacity to say that they should give him his flowers for telling their story. Why should they give you flowers for telling their story wrong? Sir, have several seats. They should not tell you they should not give you no flowers for anything. Even one of the brothers came out and said that series was heavily inaccurate. That's what they said. And then my thing is, the brothers, they do think they're going appealing. Something is happening with the brothers next month. I think their case is being reopened. Something. I think their case is being reopened. My thing is, they have served their time in jail. They have served their time in jail. Let them free. What they gonna do? Harm somebody else? What they gonna do? Target somebody else? They don't have anybody else. They don't have nobody to target. First of all, they didn't target their parents. Their father raped them. They fear for their life. But everybody wants to say that they did it for money. They didn't do it for money. Please get that under control. They didn't do it for money. But I think y'all, if they do get out, I'm not. Some of these people on TikTok, y'all are romanticizing them like crazy. Yeah, it's okay to say, "Oh yeah, they look attractive. I find them attractive." But the fact that some of y'all are actually making edits about them, and then the edit about where Eric is moving the microphone, y'all are finding that hot. Really, you don't see the problem in that. I know you don't. You ain't heat. First of all, the reason why he moving that microphone, look how it's shaped. Exactly. He's moving that microphone because he's getting flashbacks from when his father put the pieces together, connect the dots. All right. Then you're romanticizing the actors. Okay, I get it. Everybody, they fall in love with an actor, this, that, and the third. But then to go so far as you deep diving into their digital footprint, you digging up old TikToks of Nicholas Chavez and Cooper. Like, really? Seriously. Calm down. I know Nicholas posted something on his Instagram story, and somebody had screenshotted it, and then they zoomed in on the address. I'm like, first of all, stalker. Second of all, y'all say, "Oh, we're just joking around." No, some of y'all don't be joking around. Some of y'all actually be dead serious. Y'all want to find these people. Y'all want to find them. Y'all want them to lay it down on you. He ain't gonna do it. Calm down. Maybe you need to invest in something. It goes for everybody. Everybody of every gender. Whether you male, female, or non-binary, or trans, however you identify. Let me say it like that. However you identify, maybe invest in something. Okay? Like, it's crazy. Like, I can see you liking the actors. I can see you liking that. But to go so far as zooming in on the address, making cups. Like, okay, calm down. Like, some of y'all giving real stalker vibes. Diving in, trying to find their old TikToks. Looking in on stuff. Now you have some people claiming that they were Nicholas's old girlfriends. Really? Seriously. You. I'm not even trying to be funny, but you dated Nicholas Chavez. Let me see the proof. I want to see the proof. But picture together. Did y'all have a picnic or something? Y'all had something like a picnic. Y'all went out to the fair. Y'all went on a date. He took you out. He took you to Walmart or something. Show me some proof that y'all was together. Because anybody can get up here and lie. And that's what a lot of people do. Y'all lie. But my thing is, if the Menendez brothers are able to be free, please respect their privacy. Don't sit up here and make them like Gypsy Rose. I was just about to say Juicy Rose. I was just about to say that. Don't sit up here and make them like how y'all did Gypsy Rose when she first got out. That, oh my God, y'all gave her talk show. She was on y'all get her a show on Lifetime. She was on TikTok, Instagram, all this, that. She was everywhere. The next thing you know, y'all turned on her. Now a lot of y'all like, oh, I'm tired of Gypsy Rose. I'm tired of Gypsy Rose. That's the problem with the public. They always say, we want this person free. We want this person free. But then when they become free and they're out in the public, now all of us, and they do this, that, and the third, you hype them up. You get them here, that, the third. Next thing you know, you don't like them anymore. And I feel like that's what's going to happen if Eric and Lyle get free. If they become free. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Y'all are going to sit up there and hype them up. Y'all going to sit there and do this, that, and the third. Then after 3 months or 4 months go by, next thing you know, oh, I'm just sick of the Menendez brothers. Like, oh my God, this, that, and the third. Really? Seriously? That's what y'all do. And then please don't sit up here and try to stalk them. If you see them out somewhere at Walmart or something, don't sit up there and run to Eric, Lyle. Okay, first of all, how long have they been in prison? Okay. Connect the dots on that one. Let them live a peaceful, normal life. I wouldn't even want them to get on social media. No, I don't want them to do that. I don't want them to get on social media. Because I already know that what's going to happen is everybody's going to be bombarding them with messages. Everybody's going to be bombarding them with edits. Everybody's going to be saying this, saying that. Then you're going to have hate comments. Because everybody doesn't think that they should be free. Then you have this, you have that. Everybody's going to be telling them something. They have been locked up for years. They don't know how social media is. They don't know what's going on outside the real world. But then you sit up there and put them on social media where everybody is going to be either loving that they're free, neutral that they're free, or they hate that they're free. That's what's going to happen. And I wish people now would actually listen to them instead of just listening to public opinion. Because that's what a lot of y'all are doing. Y'all are listening to what people in the public are saying. Y'all listen to what the people back then were saying, what they're saying. Some of them are still alive now. That's what y'all listen to what they're saying. I would rather get it from Eric and Lyle's mouth about what happened. Podcasters, this is not time to be trying to get a sit down with them. Let them live their life, all right? This is not time to be trying to get them everywhere. They told their story. Matter of fact, just give them one time. Give them one thing on Netflix. Or give them a special. Dog, Barbara Walters dead and gone. We need another good journalist. Oh, Deborah Roberts. My girl, Deborah Roberts. ABC. Go ahead. Deborah. We do one interview. Either Deborah Roberts or Robin Roberts. Or both of them. Matter of fact, get both Roberts. Deborah and Robin. Both of them. Interview. The ABC special. That will be put out on Hulu and everything. But all I can say is I recommend watching the Menendez Brothers documentary on Netflix. Not Monsters, the Lyle Eric Menendez story. Although it is okay Although there were some, and I use the word some loosely, some accuracies in there. There, it's not really the right story. It's not right, basically. Law and Order True Crime, I think it was called True Crime, the Menendez Brothers or something. All I know was it was with Edie Falco, Nurse Jackie. It was with her, so everyone says that's good. I've seen clips of it. I gotta watch it like full on, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen, it's good. So that and the Menendez Brothers documentary. And if you want to watch Monsters, the Lyle Eric Menendez story, okay, I'm not gonna tell you don't watch it, but if you do, just know it's not that accurate. Okay? Alright. So that's all the time I have for you today. Tune in next time for another episode of Christian's Corner.